This question is all about polymers. The following monomer is called butene. What does the name butene tell you about the molecule? Well, the but part of the name tells you there's 4 carbon atoms in the main chain. The ene part of the name tells you there's a double covalent bond between 2 of the carbon atoms. In other words, it's an alkene molecule. Question 1b. Complete the following equation to show how butene can be polymerized into polybutene. So have a go at this on a piece of scrap paper. The first thing that happens is that double bond opens up, and notice how I've drawn the bonds sticking out through the brackets. The rest of the molecule looks exactly the same, and then that large N in front of the monomer molecule, that means some large number. So it could be we're starting out with 10,000 of those monomer molecules. That becomes a small n and goes down at the right hand side to show that the long polymer molecule looks like what we've got between the brackets, but many times over. In other words, a very long molecule. Describe what happens to the molecules during the polymerization of butene. Well, we can see that the double bond of the butene molecule opens up, and then thousands of butene molecules join together to make a very long polybutene molecule. And if ever you're asked what the conditions would need to be for polymerization to happen, you need high pressure to force the molecules together, and you use a catalyst to increase the rate of reaction. Question 2. Complete the following equation which shows how the monomer chloroethene can be made into the polymer polychloroethene. So we follow the same rules as before. So first of all, we open up that double bond, making sure it's sticking out through the brackets. The rest of the molecule looks exactly the same, and the large N becomes a small n down on the right hand side. And polychloroethene is used to make window frames. It's a type of plastic. What is a disadvantage of using polychloroethene? Well, you could say that it's non-biodegradable, so once the window frames are disposed of, it's not going to rot away and break down. That would cause landfill sites to fill up unless it's recycled. You could also say that it comes from crude oil. So that's a finite resource, and one day we will run out of that. Question 3. The following diagram shows the polymer chains of polyethene. Describe the bonding within polyethene for 2 marks. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and finding it useful, please take a couple of seconds just to give it a quick like. Thank you. Okay, so first of all, if we start with the bonds within the chains, these intramolecular bonds are strong covalent bonds holding the atoms together within each polymer chain. The forces between the chains, though, the intermolecular forces, are weak. Question 3b. Use your knowledge of the structure and bonding of polyethene to explain why it melts at a low temperature. Well, it's because it's got those forces between the molecules that are weak. In other words, the intermolecular forces are weak. This means it doesn't take much energy to overcome or break these forces, and once that's happened, the polymer chains are then able to slide past each other. Make sure you also check out my website, revisechemistrywithmrb.co.uk. Thank you for watching.